Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. We got so much to go through. Let's start with the top stories. So Corey from Fightful said Jacob Fatu was not planned to sell his leg so heavily following the moonsault, but he is not hurt and everything is okay. So looks like it was, I feel like the way he went down, there was definite concern. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he tweaked it and it was a bit off and it took him a while to kind of figure it out. But word from the back certainly seems to be that everything is okay. Fightful, obviously, a really good source. Corey, a really good source. So very happy with that. Triple H, during the press conference, said that Bronson Reed is getting medical attention and is going to be questionable for the next few weeks following the big dive off the cage at Survivor Series Wargames. And then here, Fade reporting, again from the press conference, Jimmy Uso broke his toe when he did his big splash from the top of the cage. Jimmy also wished his wife a happy birthday. So I think it was Jay that mentioned that. Jay saying that Jimmy had broken his toe when doing that splash. So those are just a few injury updates. Let's have a look and start where the night started. This, of course, was the women's Survivor Series match. So I wanted to include this because it was just cool seeing him wear a Steiner shirt. I think an old WCW Steiner shirt. So there, of course, Bron Breakker. That was before the show began. The mask that Rhea was wearing. How can we not talk about this thing? I mean, dangerous, to be honest. I was really concerned about those horns. But yeah, love it. I thought it looked really, really cool. Really, really cool. This was doing the rounds beforehand, so Cal, thank you. Really appreciate it. Wrestlevotes said, I'll say this, all is quiet in Vancouver. We didn't know what that meant at the time, but I think it has been proven to mean very few surprises. Like no Rock, no Seth, no Cody. Obviously, Cody's not having a match, but still thought there might be an interview. No brawl or anything with Kevin. No Charlotte. Wasn't really expecting Alexa. No Goldberg. Some people thought he might come out at the end of the Gunther match. Like, there really wasn't much. Obviously, we had a title change, and that was sick. I really liked it. But all was quite quiet. No turns or anything like that either. I think, like, there's so many talking points going into shows because everyone's trying to think about what they're seeing and what they're expecting, and we're all seeing slightly different things. There's all this noise, and then you come out a Survivor Series with very little, to be honest. We will do the review for Survivor Series on the second channel. Check that out because we've had nearly 100 responses, and I can't wait to see what you lot thought about the show. So here, look, the throwback. So I don't know if it's a throwback here from Soul, but I wanted to include it because she was wearing, obviously, a little birthday hat because it was Naomi's, I think, 37th birthday today. So there we go. And she was wearing that. Pete Rosenberg mentioned that Damian Priest had travel issues heading to Survivor Series. He couldn't be interviewed during the Countdown show, which was the plan. He did say that Damian had just arrived. So I think Damian actually arrived to the venue quite late, right? Quite late. That was revealed on, like, the Countdown show. Then we got to the main show, of course, and these two starting us off, Bayley and Nia. This is how the evening started. And Bayley with war in the side of her head. I felt like there was a little summit round here, but I couldn't make out what it was. None of their ring gears matched, but the heels all seemed to be in black and white. There was a thought maybe that was a little nod to the NWO, but like just from a color scheme point of view, but I'm not sure if there was anything to that. Obviously, she grabbed the trash can And this got a lot of people excited. The Boulder said, oh my God, it's happening. So this is a spot that Iyo tends to do. There was a moment here where Bayley grabbed the hair of Bianca and she was whipping people with Bianca's hair. Loads of moments. Obviously, there was a toilet seat at one moment that was put over Nia's head, as we saw Naomi doing a stink face. So there was loads that was going on in these times. And obviously we saw as well Rhea take the mask off, which I thought was a bit stupid, to be honest, because she's got Liv in front of her with a baseball bat, and that great moment where Rhea's in the ring, Liv's time to come down, and like Rhea's like, come on, and Liv's like, forget this. She seemed to walk away, seemed to leave, but then of course came down with the baseball bat. A very different look actually for Rhea, not all in black, so very different sort of ring gear. I did think there might be a wardrobe malfunction, but everything was good, everything was fine. But I thought it was a bit bonkers that she took this mask off. Right, and then we had that bit there where they were holding Rhea, and Liv then hit her in the stomach. Like, you've got Rhea, who's got a broken orbital bone, and she's being held back, and you hit her in the stomach. Like, in all fairness, that level of stupidity, Liv deserved to lose, to be honest. I love this moment. So this is Iyo with the fire extinguisher, and she is just like swinging round, just like... Honestly, she was going mental with it. She was just... It was like it was controlling her. I really enjoyed that spot. And there was the moment. Of course, Iyo Sky does it again. If you think that Jimmy came off the top, got injured, Jacob came off the top, got injured, Iyo came off the top in a flipping trash can. She's absolutely fine, right? So there we go. So, yeah, bonkers. Big spot. I know a lot of people really enjoy that moment. Metal Mama, shout out to you, said a win for the Queens of the Ring. So here we can see it is this team that emerged victorious. I did wonder about that look off Bayley, but I think the truth is that at different points there are always going to be weird little looks. Like, you can sort of see a little look there on Bianca, little look there on Bianca. Don't know. People are wondering as well, Miss Clown, really good spot. Is this a little tribute back to Victoria from 2002 Survivor Series? It's interesting. Could be. It's very, very similar. Very, very similar. So maybe a little tribute there. We had this as well, a new video from Rhea. Yeah. So I actually haven't listened to that. I don't know what that's in relation to, but oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So there we go. Look, we've seen Rhea showing off the ring gear. And then boom, look at that. It was a really great mask. I don't know if Jason Baker made it, but I really wouldn't be shocked to find out that's the same person that made the Wyatt 6 masks. So, Word of Wrestling, thank you. Trinity said, I will remember this birthday forever. This one is truly special because of you all. The crowd were chanting happy birthday to Naomi during the match. Here, Word of Wrestling said, did anyone notice Naomi used a glow kendo stick on Nia? So there we go. That is a glow kendo stick for Naomi. Look at the detail on Rhea's jacket. This is insane. Saints of the Undead said Rhea Ripley's WWE Survivor Series War Games jacket. So nice. So good. Alex, thank you. Maya says help. Because look at that little look there. Again, if you take an image at different moments, you're probably going to be able to find little looks. So I don't know how much we can read into that. But certainly Maya is concerned. Ellie Art just saying that Rhea looking very similar to over there to Buddy. So again, is that a little tribute? Could it be a little tribute? Couple goals, says Ellie Art. Iyo afterwards said this guy is the 6th member of Team Rhea. So there we go. It's kind of fun how it's got like the colours, like they've done a bit of work to it, so it's not just a normal trash can. So very fun. Yeah, she says no. What was this moment? This was... Yeah, she says no, and then the B words. So she did actually say that. I've got to say, I thought the start of this match was quite sloppy. We were saying it at the time. A lot of stuff seemed to be a bit too telegraphed. There was a moment where Rhea was down and she like scooted over to get into a better position. I mean, you know, some of that is just unfortunate camera angles, but I suppose you've got to know that you're kind of always on show. So, I don't know, there was a bit at the start that was a bit too telegraphed and whatever, and our community during the watch-along enjoyed it, but they weren't crazy about this opening match. And certainly the first part was, you know, a big reason as to why. So, yeah, that bit there where she says, like, no. I didn't actually catch the second bit, so it's kind of interesting. And then during the press conference, Rhea Ripley comments on if she's recovered from her orbital injury. She said, honestly, I can't see it, so I don't know, but it feels pretty good. So there was Naomi in a party hat. There was Bianca in a party hat. There was Bayley in a party hat. No party hat on Iyo or Rhea. I don't think it means anything, but that does look like a little tiny crown, but it's actually the WWE logo behind. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. And it really suits her as well, actually. Little tiny crown at the back. But it's just the graphic in the background, so don't read anything into that. Then, of course, we had LA Knight against Shinsuke. Wow, what an entrance. His entrance was so good. He had, like, this helmet on, and when he took it off, he kind of bowed down to it, and then he removed his mask. And the mask only covered, like, his mouth bit. It was really hard to see it. There weren't many, like, images. You can sort of see the helmet and the mask there, but there wasn't really loads that you could, like, make out. But he looks so good. And of course, he went on to win. I do wonder if that women's match overran, because I don't think we got to this until like an hour into the show. And yeah, amazing. I mean, he hit LA Knight with a Kinshasa, and I honestly thought LA Knight was kicking out. I was so stunned. I was so stunned. I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it. Like, this was, yeah, I agree. I don't mind this. I know there's a lot of LA Knight fans, but this guy, you want to talk about people that deserve better. You want to talk about people that have not got enough opportunity. Shinsuke Nakamura is that guy. Do you remember when he was like hanging around with Rick Boogs? He definitely deserves this. Johnny, shout out to you. Wrestle Features saying this was Nakamura's first pinfall win on pay-per-view since 2020. Amazing. Then we went to a banger. This match was a banger. Love this match. So Kaiser cost Sheamus the grand, that moment where Sheamus is going for the 3 and Ludwig drags him out the ring. That moment is so good. It's so good. I really thought Sheamus had it. I really thought he had it. In the crowd was this dude as well. I never actually saw Green Shirt Guy at this show, but I was told he was there. But we did have this dude in orange with a sad face. That's amazing, isn't it? We had sad orange shirt guy. Isn't that amazing? So he was spotted during this match. Of course, Bron Breakker would go on to retain. But look at the marks. Look at the marks on Sheamus. He has put in a hell of a shift. And I thought it was a really fun match. I really enjoyed this match. No doubt in my mind, this was the best match up till this point. Really enjoyed it. Bron Breakker retained. And yeah, as we said, really, really good. Then we went to Gunther. Gunther in action against Drew. So look at this. Sportskeeda and me. Kimura, right? You can see the arm is round the back, right? So Kimura, Shayna. It's a double damn wrist lock. She was not happy. I think Corey Graves said it was a Kimura as well. But Shayna Baszler, she knows graps. If there's one thing that Shayna Baszler knows, it's definitely graps. So if she says it's a double damn wrist lock, it's a double damn wrist lock. Priest on the outside seemed to be really struggling, didn't he? I don't know that he really was. I think it was just so that he could stay there for the coup de grace. But yeah, there was a moment where they were both up. Gunther went into the ring and Priest spilled to the outsides. And it really looked like there might be a legit injury. But then, of course, we got Finn Balor. Balor with the coup de grace. And, of course, Gunther would go on to retain. Gunther, I think, though, very frustrated. He was not happy at Finn. He's a heel that is quite happy with retaining, but he's certainly someone that's got honor as well. I think he really wanted to beat Damian Priest clean, so I think he was a bit frustrated there. Gotta tell you, the match for me, it slowed things down, and that's fine, but I can't say it really picked up the pace, and I can't say it was like really close falls and all this kind of stuff. I was struggling with it a bit. For me, it might have been the worst match. It's either that or the women's Wargames, but I think the women's Wargames still had some really fun moments in it. So, yeah, I was struggling a bit, and I think you lot did as well. You only scored that match good. You didn't say it was great. You only scored it as goods. And then, obviously, we move on to the main event. This was the Bloodline match, and oh my god, you love this. Our community gave this match all-time 46%. This is one of the matches of the year. So all of Bloodline came down together as one. When Punk came out, he pushed Bronson's face. Look, Jacob was like trying to get out the cage. CM Punk really winding everyone up. Roman coming out, putting his arms out. It was so good. So good. What an image. If Aura was a picture. There was another moment where he put the wands up as well whilst he was in front of the cage. Looked really good. Tama was in there. Yeah. So we started with Nia and Bayley for the women. We started with Tama and Jey. It was Jey that came out last, came through the crowds. They gave him like a big entrance. Really, really good to see. And look at this little look there. Roman did not trust CM Punk until the very end of this, right? Little look as they both got in the cage. Then, of course, we had this moment where Roman wouldn't let CM Punk go, and he actually stops Punk and says to Sami, "You're next." So it was Jey first, then Jimmy, then Sami, then it was Punk, and then it was Roman. It was going to be Roman. Look, CM Punk was hanging back and he was going to allow Roman, and as soon as Roman started walking forward, Punk barged past, and that really upset the tribal chief. Look at this meme right here. Look at this from Adam. Absolutely brilliant. I hope to see a lot more memes. I hope to see that tweet. Have we actually got it? The tweet of them both in the cage. There is is it not in here? There. These two kind of both in the cage. Really, really good moment that was. Both of them in the cage, just sort of leaning on different sides of the cage. So, like, so much kind of entertainment, even away from the actual match itself. Like, just watching these two kind of not getting along, struggling with each other. There was a lot of entertainment there. This was sick. So CM Punk did a bulldog onto a toolbox, and Jacob just immediately stood back up, right? Messed everyone up and then went into the "I love you, Solo." Oh, Jacob looks so good in this match. So good. And then, of course, they locked out Roman. Roman was the last to enter. He ended up climbing up, getting in the cage that way. Then we had the moments where Heyman had to come down because we had the tribal chief, we had the best in the world. They were just not getting along, and it looked like it might come to blows. But Heyman came down and sorted it out. And then we got the traditional, here's that team, there's that team. It's now time after all of that for Wargames to actually start. And we were underway, and we got this big brawl. Sportskeeda saying, "Let's brawl." Roman accidentally spearing CM Punk. Oh my god. It was a little bit messy in the execution, but still really fun. And what a moment. The tsunami off the top looks so good. And CM Punk just coming to Roman's aid, getting him off the table. Bronson going through the table. And it was a really big moment in the match. Then we had this bit where, because Punk had saved Roman, Roman puts his hand out, helps Punk up. But yeah, that was a really good moment, but it was interrupted. There's that picture. I think there'll be lots of memes of these two, just waiting to go in. There we go, the chill dudes. Wargames, chill. So, really good. So, Pete, well done. Loved it. Very good. And, of course, it would be a win for the OG bloodline. So, the way it ended, of course, and you saw it, Solo got hit with everyone's finishes. And really good. Really great match. Really, really fun. Solo is pinned, I believe, by Roman. And there we go. We get the win. It's worth mentioning it was Rhea that pinned Liv to get the win in that first War Games match after Rhea hit a riptide onto Liv. So that feud does not feel like it's done. This feud does not feel like it's done. But there we go. That's how it ended. And then, of course, we milked the hell out of this. Like, it was like 5 minutes of watching and waiting and like, are they? Aren't they? Are they? Aren't they? Are they? Aren't they? Are they? And then the show just ended. So no one turned on anyone. There was no rock or anything like that. When I need a favor, I will come and ask. And Heyman was like, it's yours. So that favor, yeah, when he needs it, he's coming for it. Heyman says, it's yours. We never found out what the favor was. We've still got to find out what the favor was. Right, there was a press conference after, and this is why this video's a little delayed. I was waiting for this to conclude. Rhea Ripley said she's not done with Liv Morgan, and she wants revenge on Dominic as well. Bron Breakker said he can see himself working with Paul Heyman eventually, right? Look at this. There she is celebrating. I love press now. So the whole press conference sang happy birthday to Naomi. She deserves the world. So that went down at the press conference. This was so fun. Someone get me some muffins, said CM Punk as he walked into the room, right? And they did, but they weren't muffins. I think they were macaroons. And when they opened it, there was like 2 in there, right? And they were kicking off about it. They weren't happy about it at all. What do you make of Roman Reigns' meteoric rise? That was for CM Punk. Punk said, no comment. And Jimmy, who was in quite a playful mood, actually, he just went, yeet, like that. So, yeah, it was really good, really fun. Sami said it's all about family. And they said they don't know what the future holds. So he's like, listen, this is not done. But this is never done because we are family. And, you know, when needed, we'll come back together. So they were saying, are you together now or whatever? And they were like, really, don't know. Really, they don't know. I mean, obviously, CM Punk goes off now. But what happens with these guys, we don't know, right? But, you know, Sami made it clear. This is family, right? And we're here and this is happening for however long it needs to. Or even if we fancy doing it. You know, so we didn't really get a concrete answer on that. And yeah, this was kind of good, actually. So here we look at CM Punk's reaction. This is when he finds out that whilst he was away, Sami Zayn had wrestled Wee Man and had wrestled like Johnny Knoxville, right? Because look at that. What? He knew. People are saying he didn't know. He did. Look how dramatic he's being. It's really, really good. The way he turns around, he's like, what? Huh? What? And there's a video as well. I think we've got it in this video of Jay, like as Sami is giving an answer. Jay's like trying to be like, I've got some foods. I'm like, I'm hungry. Have you got some? I think that's in the fun folder though. So, yeah, there we go. That was the press conference. Triple H was spoken to as well. He didn't really give much away, to be honest. I think he said that tonight was the highest grossing show in, well, not the gate, but the most money made in Canada. So, I mean, that's big. Wrestlevotes. Here are some of Wrestlevotes' notes. Wrestle notes. CM Punk is going to compete in his first Survivor Series match in 4,025 days. His last one was 2013 with Daniel Bryan against Harper and Rowan. Sheamus is making his 13th Survivor Series, which ranks him 6th. Vancouver is hosting its first PLE in nearly 26 years. Iyo Sky enters her 6th Wargames match, the most under a WWE umbrella. Jey Uso makes his 10th Survivor Series, which puts him past Hogan, Austin, and Foley. Gunther against Damian Priest becomes the first world title match to happen at both SummerSlam and Survivor Series in the same year. That's interesting, isn't it? Of those with 5+ Survivor Series matches, only Randy Savage and Mickie James remain undefeated. Nia Jax is looking to join them tonight. And of course, she would not. She would not. She would be on the losing side tonight. CM Punk sent texts out to the roster, thanking everyone for welcoming him back home. So that was revealed on the Countdown show. We also found out that the Women's Intercontinental Championship Tournament is going to start on Raw. So that's interesting. And look at this. An hour ago, Karrion Kross, don't let the Devils win, at Drew McIntyre. Word of Wrestling, whoa, we haven't seen Drew for some time. And now Karrion is sending a message saying, don't let the Devils win. So look at that. So that was the WWE folder. What have we got in Wyatt's? Oh, I haven't actually seen what this is, to be honest. So this is a Rowan. There we go. So I don't know what this is. Again, you have to be like a little careful with these side kind of profiles, because it could be summer, it could be nothing, it could just be a little bit atmospheric. The music is Helen Kane. That's my weakness now. This was posted 4 hours ago by Erick Rowan tonight. So honestly, don't know quite what we're trying to communicate there, but thought you might be interested. I hadn't actually seen it, to be honest. I got sent it, and I thought, well, I'll put that into the Wyatt's folder. Community. So congrats to Kapata, who got a DM from Natalia. I think got a follow as well. Ewan, hope you had a great time. Ewan was actually at the show. He was actually at Survivor Series. So I hope you had a great time, my friends. Tea Time as well. Shout out to you. So here, look, getting a follow from R-Truth. There we go. Got a like and also got a follow. So very good. Very, very good. So that was community. We had the Wyatts. We've done that, done that, done that, done that, done that, done that, done that. I think it's just fun, and I don't even think we've got any other, have we? I don't think we've got any other. I think it's just fun that's left. So here we go. Look, Rhea Ripley said, cry about it. So there we go. Rhea getting the pin on Liv. There's Raquel. She was handcuffed to the ropes at the time. Absolute cinema. Jay is signaling for someone to get him something to eat. So keep an eye on Jay here, right? Telling Punk he's hungry. Look, he's looking over in a second as Sami is answering. So Jay looks over to the sides and is like, oh, I think he said Osama. Yeah, pizza or something like this. Yeah, CM Punk's interested as well. Yeah, you got, I think, muffins. Yeah, muffins. Muffin, about that big, yeah? Muffins, yeah? And Jay's like, yeah. Come on, let's go. So they were not really interested in the press conference. They just wanted some food. A fan shouted, Tonga Loa sucks. Another fan shouted, I second that. 3 seconds. Hopefully we can get away with playing it. I don't know if you could quite just pick it up. Tonga Loa sucks. I second that. So there we go. Here, did Jacob get injured? Look at this story, guys. Look at this. We actually ended the stream by looking at this. So top tier journalism. Look at this. Jacob Fatu may be injured. He also might not be, and actually we have already heard that he isn't. Right, so there we go. That is wrestling journalism in 2024. We don't know anything, but this might have happened. So there we go. And here we've got WrestleMania Watson, thank you. So this is the 1st of December. That is Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas. Yeah, man, this is the picture I was looking for in that other folder. Look at this. Everything is fine. That is such a meme. It is such a wonderful meme. Fade, just a chill guy watching Survivor Series. That's a great sign, isn't it? That is a great sign. So the chill guy was there. Oh my God, this was amazing. Did anyone expect Naked Otis? It was amazing. So didn't we get Shinsuke winning the United States Championship? And then we were like in shock. And then we get this great moment where they're giving Otis like a new shirt and he's trying it on. And Maxine is like, you look so good in that. The only thing we need to do now is get you some pants. And when the camera panned back, Otis wasn't wearing anything. And obviously it was blurred. So, so good. Such a fun moment. If you're really down on Survivor Series, you didn't like it, just remember this moment because this has certainly got to improve your score. And then we got a new Seth shirt, which looks awesome. I really love the look of that. Wrestle Night said fire, fire, fire. There is Survivor Series Showdown. It's like a countdown type, preview type show from 1993. It's got matches on it. I saw Bastion Booger against Doink, I think was on it. And it was kind of getting people ready for Survivor Series 93. I feel like I've seen it before, but oh my God, not for a long time. Not for a long time. So I really do want to go watch that myself. That is on the WWE Vault channel. So Master Taker, thank you. And then this from Bournemouth, Wargames. Earlier today, obviously we got the 2K24 stuff in there. There's Bournemouth inside a War Games. And obviously they were getting ready for a match earlier. I think they actually won that match against Wolves. But they were going full War Games as well. War Games for that. So, James, thank you. And I think that might be everything other than thanks. There is no other folder. I think we've done well to get through all of that in, a relatively short space of time. So, OTC, thank you, my friend. Spartan, thank you. Batman, thank you. Ian, thank you. Sweet Chim Wrestling, thank you. Wrestling's biggest fan, thank you, my friends. Word of Wrestling, thank you. Kelly the Wise Lady, thank you. Kipata, thank you. OTC, appreciate it. Raymond, appreciate it. And Jang Tae Sang, I appreciate it, my friends. What I want to do is I just want to jump over to my list, my WWE list. I just want to have a look, see what the latest news is, right? Just what the latest news is. So Triple H says WWE Survivor Series set an all-time North American arena gate records. There we go. That was the record that we got. Not a speed bump because I am still the greatest women's world champion of all time. So we've heard from Liv Morgan 10 minutes ago. 10 minutes ago. So Sami Zayn talking about the future of the bloodline. Notice how he only shows when Code is there. It's happening. The Rock didn't show up. So this visual was more than enough for me, said Pro Wrestling Finesse. Iyo Sky looking a little hesitant to join the Naomi birthday locker room party. Okay, I don't know what this is. Some backstage thing. Iyo on Bayley being her partner tonight. It was really good. So there we go. Wow, it was some breaking news. Damian managed to get Finn in the parking lots. Let's go, breaking news. So here, look, boom, let's go. So, yeah, this wasn't on the post show. Oh my God, look, there's JD, there's Carlito. They've got the numbers game. They're mugging him, mate. They're mugging him. So there we go. Adam Pearce is there. Wow. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I thought it might be worth jumping into this. Hey, look at this. Caption this. Ah, she's not down on it. She's not down on it. There's Raquel. There's Kathy. She's not down on it. So, yeah, amazing. Well, look, let's wrap it up there, shall we? Otherwise, we really might end up going down a few rabbit holes. So, really appreciate the support. Hope you enjoyed this video. My voice is just about holding out after a, I don't even know, 7.5 hour stream. I need to go off and do the review video, but we will be back tomorrow with another Unseen. And, of course, we will be back on Monday with our Raw watch-along. Next stop, Saturday night's main event. I'm so excited for that. It's only a few weeks away, so we really don't have to wait long for that one. So, yeah, the good time's going to keep on rolling. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the support. See you next time. Bye for now.